It's TK Irish from Warehouse Camp Kennerk, and it's Sunday, October 12th. So you know what that means? That means Camp Kennerk Football Conference updates. Man, it's been quite a while since we've had this much excitement. Hey, Douglas, tell me what you watched yesterday in all these games.
I watched the Texas Oklahoma game, TK, and good morning. Glad to see you and a great weekend sports. We love it. Do you have your coffee there?
I got my liquid confidence, man. Gets me going every time.
Get up and go. Absolutely true. Now, what type of brand coffee do you use?
Aldi deep roast. It's for the sophisticated palate, but at a consumer-friendly budget.
Oh, okay. Well, mine is HEB Texas Olay in my Austin Starbucks cup. You are here cup, you see.
Yes.
So,
Well, we're not so fortunate to have HEB very close to where I live. So
oh, well, it's 3 blocks away from me.
yeah.
Plus, just a little DT Doug the neighbor quirk here. I use chocolate milk in my coffee.
Oh, give it that special flavor.
Special flavor, so it's a poor man's coffee away.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Good.
I enjoy it. So got my coffee. Week 6 of our sports report for the Camp Kennerk College Football Conference, and we have got some very interesting things here. Now, I want to ask you one question. You asked me which game I watched. I watched the Texas Oklahoma game, and we'll get into that. Which games did you watch?
Well, I did. I watched the Texas Oklahoma game. I got to watch that because it's played here in Dallas.
Yes,
And,
yes.
and then I sort of bounced around and watched Notre Dame play a little bit and just sort of cruised through the channels so I could get, stay updated with all the action. But
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And did you watch the Indiana-Oregon game?
that was one of my mainstays. That was very exciting with the history of Indiana football coming up as fast and as dominant as it has. It's sort of like I'm rubbing my eyes thinking, is this the same team that I grew up with that was 0 and 10, 1 and 9, the doormat
Well,
of football?
yeah, yes, and we'll get into that because it is kind of a revelation what has happened over Indiana from last year when you and
Mhm.
I followed it into the playoffs,
Yeah.
and then this year that they're doing it again, and then who they played. So it's a rising star in the college football world, well worth watching. And
Yeah.
to all of our sports fans around the galaxy on a Sunday morning that are checking their box scores for cricket, for soccer, football, whatever you want to call it, ping pong, Sunday morning, coffee, checking your sports scores. We've got the answers for the Camp Kennerk podcast college football week 6 conference.
We may have the answers, but we don't know the questions.
We don't know the questions. Absolutely true. Now let's get started. And to our new listeners around the galaxy, you and I are from the old school of the Southwest Conference uh,
Yes.
football conference, which mainly was Texas teams, Oklahoma, Oklahoma State, and also Arkansas. That
Yes.
was the old Southwest Conference. And
Exactly.
then everything went kablooey. It's all over the map because of money and conferences, and it's all over the map.
Hmm.
And what's even harder, it's very difficult to figure out how to get to watch the game that you're interested in.
Exactly.
You have to spin the wheel to find
Mhm.
out the streaming and whether you wish to pay for it, and it's a mess. It's a mess. But the listeners in the galaxy that come to us, we will help you with the old Southwest Conference here. So let's get started here, TK. You got your coffee?
Got my coffee, got my confidence.
I'm ready to go. Okay, let's get up and go. So today is Sunday, October 12th. Isn't today St. Columbus Day? Isn't today Columbus Day?
I have no idea. I don't, you
You're
can,
Irish.
pardon?
You're Irish.
Yeah, I don't care about any other holiday except March 17th. All the other ones are, misdemeanors.
Well, I live in New York City, so we get both of
Yeah.
them. And for us Scottish, it's January 25th, I believe, which is Robbie Burns Day, Robert Burns Day. And he was the national poet of Scotland. So it's a day of celebration. I
Ah,
believe it's January
day
25th.
of prose.
Prose, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
You speak in iambic pentameter?
So they're very good.
Yeah,
Very good. A lot of rhyming couplets mixed with whiskey.
that's right. And then when you mix it with whiskey, it's called a limerick.
A limerick. We're doing pretty good.
Yeah, aren't we clever today?
Aren't we clever? Let's see how the day deteriorates. Okay, so beginning with the Southwest Conference, working in the West, coming east, we have Texas Tech. Now, Texas Tech played Kansas, and they beat them 42-7.
Yes,
Now, interestingly, Texas Tech is 6-0,
yes.
and they have played some dominant teams and beat them goodly.
Hmm.
Beat them goodly. Okay.
Goodly, yes.
Yeah, goodly. You like that word? Okay.
Mhm.
We may understand literature, but we're horrible at using it. Goodly.
Goodly. My goodly gracious.
But you understand what I said, right?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. All right. So they're Texas Tech beat Kansas 42-7. So they're now 6-0. And next week they're playing Arizona State. So that's kind of interesting. Now Tech is in the Big 12, which has 42 teams in it or something like that.
Hmm.
Now, the next coming east, we've got TCU and Fort Worth, and they're in the Big 12, and they're 4-2, and they lost to Kansas State
Yes, they did.
41 to 28, 41 to 28, which is kind of interesting because Kansas State has been playing some pretty good teams and kind of surprising everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then TCU is going to play Baylor just up the road from here in Austin, just down the road from you. They're going to play Baylor next week. Okay, so TCU is 4-2, and they're going to play Baylor. And now next is SMU. They're in Dallas, and they're in the ACC. They're 4-2, and they played Stanford, and they beat them 34-10.
Wow.
Now that's the Stanford, California, not
Yes,
Stamford,
yes, wherever.
wherever that one is. Yeah.
Mhm.
They beat them 34-10. Well, Stanford is one similar to Rice. They shouldn't be playing football. They should just be thinking.
Writing code. They just need to be writing code.
They writing code. Yeah,
Yeah,
and how to fix my Yahoo account.
yeah.
Don't tell me about AI. I'm not interested. Yeah, how I can get better football
Well,
scores. Okay.
speaking of AI, I tell people I've had AI for years because anything I say that's intelligent is artificial. So, you know,
You're so polite. Here in Texas, we call it something else.
I know.
We call it Irish charm, but here in
Uh,
Texas, we call it something
yeah.
else. At the UN, it's diplomacy. Politics, it's warmed over. Anyway, SMU beat Stanford 34-10, and so SMU's record is 4-2. And next they're playing Clemson.
Oh,
So that's in Clemson. So that's going to wherever Clemson is. I don't know. I don't know. Actually, I think Clemson's actually a city. I'm not sure where, but
it's a
I'm
state of mind is what it is.
yeah, yeah, yeah. With your mind being a big pocketbook. How much for tuition?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. So then, moving down the road to Baylor. Baylor's in the Big 12, or how many teams it's in that conference. They're 4-2, and they got the bye.
Yes.
Baylor Bears got the bye. Okay. So their next game is against TCU, the previously mentioned, and TCU is 4-2, and Baylor's 4-2. So that'll be a good game.
It should be competitive.
should be competitive. I'm not sure where it is or care because it's old Southwest Conference. Baylor's playing TCU. You know, TCU's playing SMU. Tech is playing Baylor.
Yeah.
Old South Conference. Okay. So now down to the Texas game, to the Longhorns. Now the Longhorns are in the SEC, and Texas is now 4-2. Now here's where the chatter starts. They played Oklahoma up in the Cotton Bowl up by you.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. Now Texas has played lousy.
Hmm.
I mean, they've just played lousy.
Yeah, they started off like in the top 10 in preseason polling, and
Number
then
nine. Yeah.
and now they were off the chart. They weren't even in maybe in the top 50.
Yes, yes. Just even who cares?
Yeah. Oh, they're playing. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And so they went into the game as true underdogs, but they beat Oklahoma 23-6.
Yes, solid. It was a solid competition. They came to play.
Yes, which was a couple of interesting plays in there. The Oklahoma coach, Mateer, Mateer, Mateer.
Hmm.
He's playing with a broken thumb. It had screws in it, but he still got out there and played. What a champion! He got
Yeah.
out there and played.
Yeah. Play with
But he
pain.
did have three interceptions, but they weren't his fault. One was behind the guy. One was a bounce, and just so. But they got beat 23. Oklahoma got beat 23-6.
Douglas, I don't know if you've ever been to the Red River rivalry.
Yes, I have years and years ago. Yeah.
And what people don't understand is that the stadium is split in half. One half is all Oklahoma. That's it right there. And the other half, obviously, is all Texas.
Yes.
So if there's an exciting play, let's say that someone throws a pass and it's completed, well, the one half of the stadium stands up and yells. The other one's sitting down. And
Yeah.
if it's an interception, it goes just the other way.
Yeah.
So it's not like you have fans interspersed throughout the crowd. It's
Yeah.
one side or the other side is cheering.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is exciting.
Oh yeah.
The Red River rivalry, the Cotton Bowl, is just good fun.
Yeah.
Just good fun. And the entire city is partying, having a good time the night before, after the game. It's just really good fun. And
Yeah.
you and I were there living in Dallas many, many years ago, and we got to enjoy every bit of it.
Yes. Yeah.
It was just a good, good time. Okay. So now Texas is who's now 4-2. Their next game is against Kentucky, and Kentucky's 2-3. So 2-3. So
Yeah.
okay. Now moving on to the Aggies, which are in the SEC. The Aggies are now 6-0.
Yes.
So
You see a
did I?
pattern. You see a pattern here, Douglas.
Yes, I sure
6-0,
do.
5-0.
Yeah.
There's some ball clubs playing football.
Texas Tech and the Aggies both 6-0. Yes, we've got some interesting things going on here. Now the Aggies played Florida and they beat them 34-17. They beat Florida. Now remember last week, where's my paper here? Where's my paper here? That Florida beat Texas pretty good and just kind of wiped them around. So in comparison, because the Longhorns are going to play the Aggies at the end of the season. It's kind of an interesting situation. The Aggies did beat Florida 34-17, and so that makes the Aggies 6-0.
Yeah.
Now the Aggies are going to play Arkansas next week, and Arkansas is 2-4. So okay. So now we've got the original cream puff here, Rice, and they're in the American Athletic or something. And we just don't really report on them or Oklahoma State because we don't care. And but the Rice is the original cream puff,
Yes.
and we ask them not to play football. Just think.
Yes. If
Just
they're going to play football, go up to California, play Stanford, and then they can figure out all the technical stuff,
oh yeah, charts and everything and AI.
charts and graphs and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Don't think. That's the think league.
Yeah.
Harvard,
Hmm.
Rice,
Hmm.
Stanford, Princeton, Yale. There's
Yeah.
5 teams, right? The Think League.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and this beyond us.
Above our pay grade.
We're getting
Whoa.
we're getting paid for this. Okay. All right. So that's a hint to anyone who has something that to offer us. We will sell it.
Mhm.
That's what we do. Okay. So the now next up to Arkansas, they are in the SEC, and now Arkansas is 2-4, and that's kind of amazing because Arkansas has usually had pretty good teams. The fact that they're 2-4,
Yeah.
that's kind of interesting. Well, they played Tennessee and they got beat 34-31. So that must have been a good game. But they did get beat by Tennessee. And I've got a neighbor who's, we call him Bill Tennessee. He's very ecstatic. I was wondering why he was dancing out there in the street, but
Well, did he have his clothes on?
yeah, yeah, all that Tennessee orange and
Yeah,
go
yeah,
Vols,
yeah,
whatever it
yeah.
is,
The
dancing.
volunteers, the Ridge Runners.
But yeah, yeah, yeah. So he was pretty happy. So Arkansas next plays the Aggies. So we're going to have 2-4 at Arkansas against the 6-0 Aggies.
Ooh, that could be a long afternoon.
That's going to be a long afternoon. Now, moving on to the Oklahoma, which is in the SEC. Oklahoma is now 5-1 because they got beat yesterday by the Longhorns 23-6 in
Yeah.
the Cotton Bowl, which we just talked about.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Douglas, just to say something real quick about the Texas-Oklahoma rivalry.
Yes.
This rivalry's been going on for 120 years.
Yes. Yes.
That's a lot. That's a lot of times they're knocking heads. But the
Yeah.
amazing thing is, it's a 64-51 difference that Texas leads Oklahoma only by a couple games. Plus, they got 5 ties. So, theoretically, you put the ties over on Oklahoma. That's a doggone close rivalry.
Yes, yes. And when I lived in Dallas, I remember one year there was a tie 6-6 or something.
Uh-huh.
And everyone stated that, well, yeah, it was a tie. We won the tie. Texas won the tie. It was 6-6.
All right. All right. You insist.
Well, it's just perspective for your team.
Hmm. We don't want their self-esteem to be shattered.
Yeah, we won the tie.
Yeah.
Now, when we get down to UTEP, we win the buys. We're so bad we win the ties. And boy, do I have a story to tell you. Okay.
Okay.
So, recap, Oklahoma is in the SEC. They're now 5-1. They lost to Texas 23-6 in the Cotton Bowl. Their next game is against South Carolina, and South Carolina's 3-3. Okay. So, now your team,
Yes.
Notre Dame.
Yes.
Big day yesterday because they played North Carolina State.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I have a very interesting situation here. North Carolina, Notre Dame beat North Carolina State. North Carolina State was 4-3. And they beat them 36-7. So they gave them a good thrashing. And Notre Dame's 4-2, and their next game is against USC. They're 5-1.
Yes. USC is a very good ball club. I watched part of their game yesterday. They're a good
Okay,
ball
gotcha.
club. They're
Yeah,
a
yeah,
good
that's
ball
right.
club.
Now here's something very interesting. Hang on a second. Do I have that? I've got so many pieces of paper around here. It's driving me nuts, but that's okay. It's part of my charm. North Carolina State had a cream puff game against, now listen to this, okay? Campbell University fighting Campbell's. Camels.
Camels. That's
Campbell's
yeah.
University against the Fighting Camels from Blue Creek, North Carolina, a school of 5,000 students.
They're lucky to put a football team on the field.
It's just an overgrown high school. We got Texas
Yeah.
high schools got
Oh
5,000.
yeah.
that is goes back to one of our principles that really bothers us about major schools playing cream puffs.
Yeah.
That's how small it is, 5,000.
Hmm.
I don't care how much money you're giving them.
Yeah.
It's just not right. It's not fair
Yeah.
in my world, our world. It's
Well,
not.
it's always about the spirit of competition, Douglas. Mano to mano, let's go out there. We have equal, talents. Let's go out and play. But like you say, on the other side is, just write them a check and stay home.
Stay home. Yes.
Stay home. Don't embarrass yourself.
Right. Or say a big school like North Carolina State or Texas or something, they always have on their football team, they've got assistant coaches. They've got lots of coaches.
Oh,
Bigger
yes.
programs have lots of coaches.
Hmm.
So some sort of program where a big school sends for free coaches to work with the smaller schools.
Okay.
Part of your internship and working for us is you go work over here and help them.
For how long?
Well, like when you do an internship for a season,
Yeah.
I mean, it have to be for a season. So
Yeah.
that's what, 3, 4 months, maybe from July when camp starts up
Yeah.
to, so that when you come back as a assistant coach, you come back to the school and, well, what did you learn? How did you help them?
Perspective.
Perspective. Now, don't we have in the educational system where uh, students go study abroad?
Hmm.
They go study abroad. They go to Spain or Italy or something. They drink beer and wine for 6 months. What'd you learn? Uh, uh,
It'll,
Pizza comes from Rome.
yeah.
Yeah,
It'll come to me in a couple months, Dad.
yeah. Yeah, that's right. So I think that would be a very interesting aspect if, say, the University of Texas has lots of intern coaches,
Hmm.
graduate students who want to be coaches. Say, okay, but we want you to be assistant coaches with our team. But for one of those seasons, you've got to go to a smaller school
Hmm.
and be on their staff and
Hmm.
just learn what they're doing and help them. Help them.
Yeah.
See if you can't help them beat us.
Yeah.
I often think of the great quote concerning Bum Phillips. Remember Bum Phillips when
Oh,
he was
yeah.
coach of the Houston Oilers
Huh?
with Earl Campbell, and then
Yeah.
he was at the New Orleans Saints. You know,
Yes.
okay, great coach. Bum Phillips, when he passed away, someone had a quote about him, what type of coach he was.
Hmm.
And I've always remembered this. And the quote is, he was the type of coach that could take his team and beat your team. Then he could take your team and beat his team.
He got the most out of every player.
Got the most out of every player. And I always thought that, that's a top quality coach.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what team he's on.
Yeah. It's
He's
called leadership.
Yes, it's called leadership. And we're seeing it right now in the pros with Sean Payton.
Yes.
Sean Payton left the New Orleans Saints, and now he's in Denver, and they're beating the pants off of people.
Hmm.
But that's in the pros.
Yeah.
That's in the pros. So let's get back to where we are there. So anyway, where was I? Notre Dame played North Carolina State, and they beat them 36-7. And next week, Notre Dame is playing USC, and
By the
USC.
way, by the way, I will be at that game. I am
Oh,
going to
oh,
South
oh,
Bend.
oh, that's you're going. I know you're going to Indiana, and that so USC is at Indiana.
Yeah, it's at Notre Dame. Yeah. Yeah. It's up in South Bend. So I'm going to go up Friday and spend some time with family and then go up to Saturday up to Notre Dame to watch the game.
Are you going to run into Rudy?
I don't know. I don't know. I'll look for them. You know me. I'll scout and I'll hunt and I'll find out whoever we need to find.
He'll make a perfect happy camper guest here on our podcast. You know, we'd love to have him.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on. Well, you'll have a great trip. And who's going to fill in for you?
I think it's probably going to be Kevin.
Kevin. Okay. Uh,
Well, yeah, for Sunday, Kevin will hopefully be able to fill in because
Okay, so we're going to do the wind. We're going to do, we've got a special guest on Tuesday for a happy camper, right?
yes,
And
and
and then we've got our Wednesday show on the 15th,
hmm
and then you're gone.
yes,
And then we've got on the 19th would be our sports show, and that'll be with Kevin, the magnificent computer guy.
yeah,
Oh, okay, great. Okay. We have a game plan.
yeah, yeah.
We have a game plan. Okay. So Notre Dame, you're very excited. They beat North Carolina State 36-7. Now, my team, wearing all of my stuff here, UTEP is in the Conference USA. Now, TK, buckle up, buckle up. They played the Liberty Flames, and Liberty is in Lynchburg, Virginia, or something like that. And Liberty is the Jerry Falwell University, a
So
religious school.
yes,
Okay. Now, Jerry Falwell, I believe, passed many years ago,
yes,
but his university, which is a
hmm
fairly large university,
hmm
very conservative religious school. Well, UTEP, which is 1-5, played Liberty Flame, and they got beat 19-8. 19 to
UTEP, your team.
Yeah, they got beat 19-8. That's how sad. And this goes back to I sincerely believe UTEP just end their football program and
Mhm.
just go directly to college soccer, and they'll be stars.
Yeah,
They got a beautiful Sun Bowl, play there, perfect game for start. Okay, now buckle up. The game was held on a Wednesday. It was held Wednesday night.
that's right. That's the reason why I remember hearing that. Yeah.
Yeah, Wednesday night. Okay, so their next game is going to be against Sam Houston Bearcats, which is 0 and who are 0 and 6.
Well, someone might come out as a winner.
And I think that's in Huntsville.
Yes.
Yeah, so the Bearcats they're in Huntsville. Okay. Yeah. It's next Wednesday night.
Well,
So
they,
the UTEP played it on Wednesday night. Now they're going to play another Wednesday night game.
well, that's a week apart separation, so it gives them time to prepare.
Absolutely true. Buckle up. The next game after that
Uh-huh.
is 6 days later on a Tuesday.
Hey,
UTEP play the
that has
Wednesday
to,
into
that must
Tuesday.
have to do something with the TV. I don't know even is UTEP even on TV? I mean, I'm sure somebody will carry the game.
Every now and then I'll see something. Usually I just go to YouTube and see the recap.
Yeah, it's less painful.
Yeah, it's painful. Yes. So, but this is how goofy the NCAA has gotten, and we've come up with a couple of things that we think are goofy, and now it's Wednesday, and then the next Tuesday.
Hmm
I don't get it.
I,
I don't get
Douglas, I've been calling them, asking for an appointment. Matter of
it.
fact, since I'm going to be in Indianapolis, I might just want to stop by there and see if I can't meet the conference people. Get the commissioner and see if I can't sit down and have a quick heart to heart with
Not a heart to heart.
him.
That's gone.
Okay.
He's going to get told.
Okay. All right. I'll be assertive. I'll try to be assertive. That's not one of my strong points, but I'll work on it.
Okay, now moving on here, we've been following Bill Belichick,
All right.
legendary coach with the Patriots. now he's gone to the college ranks and
Mhm.
he's taken he's at North Carolina and they're 2-3 right now. Okay. He's having some troubles,
Yes.
but hopefully he can turn it around. Now, yesterday they played Clemson, who's 3-3, and they got beat 38-10.
Hmm.
And then next week after that they're playing California, who's 4-2. So the misery is continuing for Bill, and we're waiting for him to kind of turn it around. He's a pretty smart guy, and I believe he cleaned house on players,
Yeah.
and he brought in some coaches who followed him. So we have hope for Bill
It's
turning
still
it.
early. I mean, the guy's, he's in a different league, literally. I mean, from what he was before to where he is now, NFL versus college. It's a
Yeah,
whole
but
different.
both players get paid.
Well, yeah, yeah, I understand that part. Yeah, they both fine. That's the reason why he probably went. He said, "Well, I don't have to worry, about scandal of boosters paying my players because I'm paying them."
No, yes, yes. So Bill Belichick, he's 2-3 right now. They lost to Clemson. That's 3-3, 38-10. Okay, now Kevin's team, the Oregon Ducks, they're in the Big Ten. They played one of your teams, Indiana,
Yeah, yeah,
and Oregon Ducks lost 30-10.
yeah.
So
It was
Indiana
disgusting.
is now 6-0.
Yeah, and Oregon was ranked number three in the rankings.
Go,
So,
go.
and Indiana, I think, was number seven. So it was an upset.
Well, both teams were 5-0 going
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
So now Oregon's going to play Rutgers.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow,
okay.
wow, wow.
And Rutgers is 3-3.
Yeah,
Rutgers is in Jersey.
yeah.
It's one of those cream puff games. It's just horrible, just horrible. Now, you and I read about this man named Tom Sillo, Cillo. He's 58 years old, and he
He's my
plays.
man.
I'm sorry.
He's my man. He's my
He's
new
our man.
man.
He's
He's
our
our
man.
man. That's
Yeah,
right.
he's our man. And Tom Sillo plays for Lycoming University, that's in Westminster, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, it's in Pennsylvania.
It's in Pennsylvania, and it's in the Landmark League. It's in the Landmark League. Now, we're following Tom because he got decided that he wanted to go play college football.
Hmm.
And he has eligibility, and the school said okay, and he stayed in shape. And yesterday, Lycoming played Susquehanna.
Okay.
Okay, and they lost 69-7. They lost 69-7. So
Ooh, ooh,
yeah,
yeah,
ooh.
yeah.
And I looked at the charts and the stats, and I didn't see that Tom has played yet in any of the 6 games.
Well,
He
they're
hasn't.
saving him. They're saving
They're saving him. Yeah, secret weapon.
him.
So there we go. Now,
Mhm.
that's pretty much the Camp Kennerk College podcast conference. Okay, now yesterday, and as I explained, that last year I came up with the DTN football predictions.
Yes.
Everybody's got an idea of who's going to win.
Hmm.
And I came up with the theory of the simplified theory, Moneyball theory, that it's all about football is about moving the ball, scoring points.
Yeah.
That's all it is. That's all it is. There's nothing more on that.
Hmm.
And somebody says, well, what about defense? And I said, well, if you can move the ball and prevent the other team from scoring,
Yeah.
covered there. So it's moving the ball and scoring points. So I picked 3 teams, and I showed this to you and my friends
Yes.
to show my predictions for 10-10 yesterday. And I had the 3 games: Texas, Oklahoma, Notre Dame, Ohio, North Carolina State, your team,
Mhm.
and Oregon, Indiana. Kevin, our magnificent computer guy, his team for the predictions,
Yes.
comparing numbers. Okay, so I took the total average yards plus the total points, total average yards plus the point, and I got a number and then compared them. Like Texas has 567 a number, and Oklahoma had 584 points. But this year I brought in the cream puff ratio, the CPR ratio. How
Yes.
many teams, cream puff teams, did they play to boost these numbers? So I
Hmm.
put the thing in there. So each team, Texas and Oklahoma, had played three cream puff teams. And then because of the number, I went with Oklahoma. Just because
Okay.
of the number, I went with Oklahoma.
Hmm.
Now, Texas, and also the inner thought that Texas had played so bad in some of their games.
Yes.
They had played so bad, but they pulled it on out, and Texas won 23-6.
Yes. Decisively.
Yeah, spectacular. Yeah. So, you know, I lost that one. Okay, now the next one was Notre Dame and NC State, and taking the total average yards per game plus points for both teams. Uh, Notre Dame had 665 points, and NC State had 650 points. Okay, and then each team had played a cream puff team.
Just one.
Just one, yeah, each team. And of course, North Carolina State had played Campbell University Fighting Camels in Blue Creek, North Carolina, at a school of 5,000. So that was one of the
Yeah.
cream puffs.
Big time. They should get charged for two of those.
Yes, they shouldn't even have been scheduled.
Yeah.
But Notre Dame won 36-7, and I had Notre Dame. I had picked
Yeah.
Notre Dame. Okay. Now the next game was Oregon over playing Indiana. Now, these two teams, Oregon and Indiana, had total average yards per game of 500, over 500 yards.
Yeah.
But and then their total points, 203 to 239, showed that Oregon had a number of 706, excuse me, and Indiana had 777. So I went with Indiana, but because of the CPR index, Oregon only played one cream puff, and Indiana had played three cream puffs. So I went with Oregon.
Ah.
The CPR, the
The
CPR. But
CPI fooled you.
I'm sorry,
The CPI fooled you.
CPR, yeah, that fooled me.
Yeah.
And Indiana won 30-20,
Yes.
30-20. So out of the three that I had played, I only got one correct. Only
Well,
got
if you played baseball, you'd be in the Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame. That's true. But we're
No,
playing football, so
33%, you know.
look at it this way. I'm laughed at the pub.
Douglas, don't take this personally, but I don't think they're laughing at you because of your scoring technique.
That's okay.
That's
Laughter's
right.
the
Your
best medicine.
self-esteem is strong. I have no worry about that.
Yes, yes. So now I forgot to mention on the whole aspect of the differential in the numbers. I came up with this theory here. If the differential in the number is more than 60 points,
Hmm.
60 number, okay, that's two touchdowns. They'll win by, just should win by two touchdowns.
Okay, so now you got in the spread playing. Okay.
Yeah, and then if by 50 points, that's one touchdown, and 40 points is a field goal.
Ah,
So that's where we got. But obviously, I have something to keep me busy and off the streets and out of the bars, but it needs, we'll see how it proceeds.
well, why don't you go up to Stanford and say, hey, since you're not playing football anymore, I got a project for you.
Yes, but the thing is, I did that once. I've actually been out to Palo Alto years and years ago. It's a beautiful, beautiful area,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I've got a couple of friends out there. They don't associate with me because I'm not in their mental league,
Uh-huh.
and they have a nice sign on their door that says welcome, and just above it, it says Doug the neighbor, go away. And of course, they're so smart, they've got it in 5 different languages.
Yeah, yeah. They just don't tell you when to go away.
Now.
Now.
TK, that is the sports report from Doug the Neighbor this weekend. You said you watched the Notre Dame game and
Yes.
parts of the Indiana game. You've got a double win going on this week.
Yeah, yeah. It's awful, very exciting here that we're getting into the meat of the season where the teams are playing real teams, and then the powder puff are gone. They're
Cream
gonna
puffs, the cream
cream
puffs.
puff. I
Yeah,
got powder puff, cream puff. I just got puff. Okay, let's just call it puff.
the puffs,
The puff.
the
But
puffs.
yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to, the next couple of weeks when the leagues get together, the conferences come together.
Yes.
It'll be very exciting. It makes for
And,
great afternoons.
you're absolutely true. And right now in our world, after 6 games, there should be a bye for everybody.
Yeah, but that doesn't happen.
That doesn't happen.
Mhm.
So we're going to rely on our fans around the galaxy to beat the drum, make the phone calls, do the
Yeah.
podcasts, do the texts, send them
Mhm.
on in. Look, you got to straighten up. This is a
Yeah,
mess.
that's right.
It's a mess.
Well, Douglas, I'd love to stay and visit with you, but I got to go play some pickleball. I got some pickleball coming up. So, gotta stay fit. It's a jungle out there. Eat or be eaten. So, I just want to say how much fun it is every Sunday to visit with you and get your perspective on Camp Kennerk College football. So, I'll say adieu and Aaron go bra.
Go Cowboys.
Have a good one. Talk to you later, buddy.